What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. So before I start this video, I do have the link for my free Discord in the description. Nothing is being sold there, have no plans on doing any of that. I do a lot of call outs in the morning, so if you guys want to get a lot of value and someone that you can trade with in the morning, join. The link is down below. So now let's get into the topic of the video, guys. So I've basically built this setup for like the last 3 years. Now, while it may not look that complex, like there's literally 5 different windows here, 6 different windows, there's so much customization behind the scenes. I mean, this time in sales is not like how the default time in sales looks. This chart is not how the default chart looks. These colors, this header of the order, everything else, the ladder balances. This is what I use. I think this is the best setup for Tradestation if you're trading stocks or futures. I think this is just perfect. I'm also going to have the Tradestation files for these desktops and workspaces. I'm going to have them in my free Discord, so you have to join in order to get them, and they'll just be posted there. There's nothing crazy, but that's just where I'm going to be posting them. So now, guys, let's get into it. So first of all, I have this whole desktop, right? So I can't remember what I have this desktop named as, but so you got like 3 of these fast order, ladder, and balances. That is all called workspaces. That's where you do all your work in. You can switch to other ones, and then the whole entire thing. So what includes the 3 workspaces is the desktop. And again, I don't know what the name of that is, but I'm just going to be uploading just the workspaces because that's just a lot easier to upload. So right here, I have fast order. This is where I do the majority of my executions. So right here, I have a 5-minute chart, and then right here, I have a 1-minute chart. Now, this is cool because you can see 2 different time frames. You can also have, which I think I have it on here, is the pre-market. Yeah, I have the pre-market on the 1 minute, so you can see all like the important, up-to-date, this is what we're going to need to deal with today. And then I have the little bit larger time frame, no pre-market, so I can see the gaps. So you can see just a little bit different information, which is basically what you'll always want to be looking for. So these are also linked, and I'm pretty sure all of these are linked. You can just do that up here, hitting the green local. And yeah, so that's for the charts. And then, of course, if you want to switch to another stock or future, you just click whatever the symbol is and to put it in. Let's say we want to put in ES. So ESU24. And then, boom, you can have the futures chart right there. And so on Tradestation, just so you guys know, to be able to input the futures ticker, it's at and then ES and Q, YM, right? Whatever the ticker is for the index, and then you put in the contract expiration, so either HMU or Z. That's I think like March, July, September, January, something like that. Not that important to know. And then 24, just whatever year. So yeah, super simple. Now, I do have this trade manager, and I keep it on positions here. And you'll see why in a second when I go to the ladder tab, or sorry, the balances tab. But with this, you can go from either orders, or if you want to see the average price for all of the trades on the day, which can be really, really helpful when you are trying to go back and look at, 30 different transactions on one stock. For the most part, it's just easier to congregate them and to do like max like 3 different trades. Especially if you're scalping, you just don't need to have like 30 different journal entries of why you took every single trade. So the average price is good for that. Stage orders don't really look at positions, so you can see your open positions. And then there's balances where you can just see your account info. And for positions, guys, why I have it set up like this is so you can easily see what position you're in, long or short, how many shares or contracts you're in at what price, what's the last price, how much are you up, how much did it cost you to take that, how much is it now worth. So some of this I did for options, but it's also really, really good for stocks, and it's basically the same thing. But really, this is like the most important stuff. Total cost and market value, not the most important, but it is nice to be able to see just how much money you actually do have invested in a certain position. Now, if we move over to the quick trade bar, this is really, really simple as well. Let's just go to a stock because it'll be a little bit easier. Let's do NVIDIA. So this is to buy at the bid. That is to
Order
sell
rejected.
at
Order
the ask.
rejected.
And now it did not fill because you're trying to get filled at the lowest
Order
price.
filled.
There we go. Now
Order
if we hit
filled.
sell, it'll sell at the top. You can also do this in reverse.
Order
You're trying to sell
filled.
short at the ask and then
Order
buy to
filled.
cover at the bid. So these are when you're trying to get the best execution. With these numbers here, this is just the amount of shares, just different buttons, little hotkeys. So you can just press this if you want 200, 500, 1,000, and these are customizable. I think it's somewhere up in, it's not showing it here, which is a little bit odd. But I believe it is customizable just somewhere in the settings here. And you guys can just fool around in there. Again, there's so much customization, and I'm not sure exactly how everyone would want their desktops and workspaces to be set up. So it's all customizable. I strongly recommend that you take this, practice with it, trade with it. If you like it, cool, keep it as is. But also do not be afraid to just go and dig in and just see if you can change anything more to your liking, because this is a very, very customizable platform. And honestly, it's probably one of the best ones out there. So then you got take, split, and bid +1, and then the same thing, ask -1, split, and hit. So split is basically just, let's say this was 119.98 and this was 120. It would split the spread. So that's a 2-cent spread. It would now be, you'd send the order to buy at 119.99. So it basically just splits the spread. Bid +1 basically just sneaks in your order, I think a penny from the bid. So this is 119.95. Then this
Order
should go
filled.
at like, it should have gone at like 0.6. And the cool thing about Tradestation 2 though is if we do go to orders, okay, so it didn't really do that on there, but if possible, it will get you filled at the best price possible. So you see right here that I had a limit to sell short at 1,000 or 119.7. It filled me 5 cents higher, so I can get that extra amount to short, and I'll do that on every single trade, long, short, buying to cover, selling to close, whatever. And so that's for all of these, I believe. And then take is just to buy at the ask. Hit is just to sell at the bid. So these are the most aggressive ones, take and hit. These are the most conservative and what will make you fight for price way more, and will make you a lot more money in the long run because you're not giving up that spread. Now this is where you can easily just change the account. You really don't have to do that, but that's just there. It's pretty obvious. Cancel all, cancels all open orders. If you guys just saw right there that it canceled that open order that I had. And then to close at market. So you can either sell at whatever the highest ask is. You can hit the bid, which would be about 4 cents lower, or you can hit close, which will close it immediately, but you're kind of giving up a lot of control over where you actually get out. So honestly, what I've found is if you hit split, and also I did forget to mention, when you hit that P, it'll change your position here to whatever amount of shares you actually have in your position. So if it's 4,647 shares. You just hit P, it'll instantly update and match that position. So what I've found, guys, is when you're trying to get out, let's say in a long, hitting
Order
split
filled.
will pretty much get you filled very, very quickly. And this is also for getting in and getting out, but it won't make you give up those extra pennies, which are very, very crucial over the course of, a year. It won't make you give up all of those pennies, and it's really, really easy to get filled. You don't have to worry about it. Now, you also don't have to risk trying to sell at like the highest price and not getting filled on that, and then it pulls back, and then you're kind of out of luck because now the price just dipped below. So you need to have execution where it's fast enough to get filled where you want it, but not so egregious that now you're, giving up 10, 20 cents of profit because you're using market orders or hitting the bid. So in my opinion, split is just the most consistent way to get in and to get out. It's right in the middle, and quite frankly, I think that it is just the best. So yeah, again, right here, it did not fill me any better than what my limit was sent at. I'm just curious to see if maybe we can get one where it'll show that.
Order filled.
Okay, cool. So right here, 119.71 is where my limit order was sent out. But in that time, the price changed a little bit lower. So it actually got me filled 1 penny lower. And it'll do that all the time. That's just how Tradestation works. It's very, very cool. There's so many brokers that don't have anything like this. I know Interactive Brokers is probably like the only other one that actually, has that sort of feature where it will actually get you a better price. But that is basically all you need for executions. And then I have the time and sales right here, which basically just shows the price that the stock is trading at and how many shares are being traded at that price. And it shows every single sale of stock. That's why the name time and sales. But yeah, so it's very, very clean. Again, default, this comes like really small. The font is garbage. I don't think it's color coded. It's like black, blue, orange. Like it's super ugly. But yeah, so I have that just so I can kind of see where price is trending a little bit easier, see if there's any like crazy transactions in here. And I have green to be set where people are buying at the ask, and red for when people are selling at the bid, and then white so that you can kind of tell when people are in between the bid and ask. So this is very, very cool. It's not obviously 100% guarantee at all, but if you do read the tape, you definitely want it like this. And this is much, much prettier than what Tradestation default gives you. So now on this tab for ladder, this is basically the same thing, but it's just a little bit better if you want to cherry pick an exact point. Like let's say I want to sell exactly at 120.64. Boom, I can put my 200 share sell limit at 120.64. I don't have to just sit here on the quick trade bar and just wait for it to hopefully get up there and then try to go and send in a limit, and maybe it won't reach. And if you do this, you are a maker, you're making liquidity, you're posting orders to the book, so you don't have to worry about not getting filled if price does trade at 120.64, which is the cool thing. Now for this, to go over the matrix is what it's called. There's this axis ink that basically will just shrink the ladder. So instead of having a penny for each increment, now it'll be it's really small buttons, so you have to line it up correctly. But so now it'll be 2-cent increments, right? So it'll be 36, 38, 40, and then we can go all the way up to 5 cents. Now it's 0.4, 0.45, 0.5. Now, where you would want to do this is if you're in a really volatile stock that's just jumping all around and you need to kind of compress the view a little bit so you can get just a little bit better of an indication of like kind of where you're up, where you're down, and where you might want to be able to set your stop loss. Because again, if you go back to 1 cent, I mean, it's all over the place, and it's just a little bit tougher to get an exact view of like how much you're up or down. So that's what I do for that. And then again, on the side, very, very simple. Pretty much always keep it on auto limit. Just your account number, however many shares. That's the increment button to go up by 100 shares. P, obviously, to just match your position. See how it just went back to 200. This is how you can change the different order type that you want, or I guess they call it duration. And just a few of these is like, so day would just be like now, day plus if you're trying to put orders in pre-market or after hours. I think it's good till close plus, which would be, I think, like 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. I think this is fill or kill. So basically, if you send in an order to buy 100 shares at 120.2, if it doesn't fill immediately, if there's not 100 shares already there ready to be transacted with yours, then it'll kill the order. So again, you can use day plus when it's still just regular market session. So I pretty much just go to day plus, but really it doesn't matter. Day or day plus is what you're going to be using 99% of the time. And then route, if you want to route it to some other exchange to either get better liquidity or something, or some sort of rebate, that's where you can do it there. But I don't really think many people, including myself, are going to be doing any sort of that. So I just keep it on intelligent. And then to place your order, you can use these buttons to like buy market, sell market, have a trailing stop, or let's say 25 points or something. Again, I don't really use that. What I really use this for, and I have the hotkeys set up. So if I press my hotkey F1, I can go buy 500 shares a bunch of times. And then if I want to sell 500 shares, I'll press another one. I'll press F2. And it'll allow me to just keep selling really, really quickly. And then if I want to go and cancel, I can go click F4 and it'll cancel my order. So that's kind of why I have this right here. And the main majority of the reason why I do use this is, again, because I have this ladder where if I want to go dip buy 200 at exactly that price, boom. Just got filled exactly at 0.78 where my order was. So that's the main reason. And of course, the cool thing is that you can use hotkeys anywhere where the stock is on the chart. So either here or on the matrix. So it's really, really cool. And if you guys want to make hotkeys, just go to shortcuts. Do macros first, set it up. It is very, very simple, guys. And then you do that again, view, shortcuts, hotkeys, and then set that up. Again, very, very simple. It might take you 10 minutes to figure everything out, what exactly this means. Test them out. It's very, very simple, guys. But yeah, so that's how you would do hotkeys. And then for this is just the same thing as what was on the fast order workspace. I think it's pretty much set up exactly the same. And yeah, you can see, the average price that I got in, and yeah, different positions. And then, yeah, you'll see all of that, and it's pretty much set up exactly the same. Now, moving on to the last workspace. This is the balances workspace. So this is basically where you can just go and check how much money you have in your account, how much you changed or made on the day, how much your account changed. You can see like how much stocks you would be able to buy overnight, and your day trade margin balance, which is on this account, which is again fake, but it's 3.2 million, and I have around 800 grand in equity in this. So what Tradestation gives you is 4x leverage for day trading buying power basically. So every dollar that you deposit over, I think like $2,000 or something, don't quote me on that, but is leverage at like 4 times. So basically you can just buy like 4 times the amount of shares than you would be otherwise with just your money. So that's pretty cool. And then if you click on these pluses right here, you can actually expand and see your unrealized P&L and your realized P&L, and then the estimated commissions and all of that kind of stuff. So I really, really love that feature right there. This is where you can really easily see your P&L either realized, and you can also see your commissions for the day, which is also very, very cool because it shows you how much you spent in commissions, and it doesn't really show you that in all this stuff over here. And this again is really simple: accounts, how many open positions, buying power, open P&L, closed P&L. For the closed P&L, it shows your net profit. It doesn't show what you actually made minus commissions equals your net profit. This is just the net profit overall. So obviously right here, I realized a $458 gain of NVIDIA, but the estimated commissions are $129. So that's why it shows 330 right there. And then this is, you don't need this, but I didn't even find out about this until like 6 months ago. And this is like actually insane. So I think this should be pretty much accurate. So just put in whatever account you want to see, date range, and then literally just click generate, and you'll be able to see in whatever time frame how much you either made or lost on all trades, long trades, short trades. You can see, I mean, how many winning trades you had, losing trades, even trades, your largest winning trade, largest losing. I mean, so much stuff, guys. I only really look at the total net profit on all trades. I think everything else you just don't really need to look at that much. I mean, it's interesting to see, but if you want to see your P&L, just go to, you know, whatever, January 1st to now, and then it'll show you your net P&L. And this is on the performance summary tab. There's like trade analysis, trade list, periodical returns, performance graphs, trade graphs, and then there's the settings. And again, guys, I really only use this for just the total net profit. But also, if you actually do go to the periodical returns, I believe this is where it'll show you, if you go to annual, how much money I think you've also made from the last 12 months or from January 1st of whatever year it is. So that's really cool, because you can easily total up how much money you've either made or lost, and it's all tracked. It makes it really, really simple. And this is pretty much why I love Tradestation, because it has great executions. I mean, you guys saw it'll literally fight for price even when you don't know that it's fighting for price. So that is insane. I can guarantee you Robinhood and Webull does not do that. And then it's also super, super clean. You can easily see all the information that you need, every single order type that you need as well. You can easily get to. And then let's say like right now, I need to close this ASAP.
Order
Boom.
filled.
Hit P, hit split, boom, I'm out, 2,900 shares. So really, really quick, guys. And this is awesome. Like you guys, if you've been struggling with your trading, this might be the reason, because you don't have a good enough trading platform, whether it's the broker or just your actual layout. This is what I've been saying is you need to have such a good layout to where you know where everything is, you have all the information that you need, and it's very, very simple, right? Simplicity is king in trading. And again, guys, if you do want the workspaces, the templates for this, the files, go and join my Discord for free. The link is in the description, and I'll have the files posted there and you guys can download it. And then if you guys want to upload it, all you have to do is just go File, and then Workspace, Open Workspace, and then wait. And yeah, basically what it should be is all of these. And I'll have to look for this fast order. I'm not sure why that's not popping up here, but I'll make sure that at least 2 out of the 3, and then I'll try to make sure that all of them are there. But yeah, and then you just click on whatever you want, and then it'll just show up. So yeah, it's really easy, and you guys should be able to figure it out very, very easily as well. So really appreciate you guys for sticking around this long. Should be around 24, 25 minutes. So yeah, appreciate you guys sticking around. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.